are back and we've made it to our destination. We're in Northern Europe. But what didn't make it? Boards, of course. So I've been on a string of bad luck this year, and none of my board bags arrived, and none of Mahina's clothes arrived. Only one bag made it, and it was my clothes bag. So I have wetsuits, booties, gloves, a few pairs of clothes. Me and Mahina are sharing some clothes. She has the clothes she traveled in. Not ideal. We're a 5-hour drive from the airport, and we couldn't really figure out where our bags were. Sounded like they were in the airport that we had just come from, and they're trying to locate them, figure out how to get them driven to us. Anyway, main shocker, the boards didn't arrive, which I'm super bummed on because I had some epic slab boards, and I think there's a slab like going off today. But what was epic is I just reached out, and so cool with the surf community. A dude named Doug here was like, hey, I said, hey, is there any boards I could be able to buy off you or rent off you? And he was like, let me see, let me ask around. He got some boards, some from dude Colin McGinns, I think his name is. So thank you, Colin, for making some of these boards available, and thank you, Doug, for helping me out and source some little pieces together just so I could surf the next few days while I figure out what the boards come. But it makes for another exciting episode because Lake Africa, where we went to the surf shop, my boards didn't make it, and we chose a board and we had to surf that. This is what happened here, but here we actually found something very interesting. The Dark Arts Pizel. So sick. Oh no, it's a Sharp Eye. A Dark Arts Sharp Eye, but the last thing I expected was to see a Dark Arts here, all the way this far north, so that's epic because these boards are strong and light and fast, and that's kind of what I like to ride. Like that's what my slab boards were. They were like epoxy models and stuff. And then I have this as a backup, kind of a pintail, thumbtail type deal. Another epoxy FCS setups, which is ideal for me because I have FCS fins. And then there's a third board in the car, just in case. Got 3 boards for the next couple of days until I get my boards. Hopefully nothing happens to these. If something does, obviously I'm buying them. I'm happy to do so. I'm just happy to be able to surf today, ideally. Hopefully, after all that, we get a session in. Mahina behind the lens. We've had coffee and fuel. We're going to go on the hunt for a leash and on the hunt for a slab. So hopefully we find something. Didn't think I was so try it.
Freaking out. Whoa. Oh my goodness. What is that? Oh.
Grab the red.
100. Never listen.
Dude, that little clamp is so annoying. Here's a huge one. Oh. That was crazy. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that was Narnia. That was too gnarly. That's a tube, and it's pumping. It's so good. A little bit dry and a little bit sketchy, but the tide's coming up, and the direction of swell is like causing it to kind of, I don't know. Some are not so makeable in the end, but some are really sick. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna suit up. I might be closed sessioning it, which is always spooky, but I met some bodyboarders, and bodyboarders are always pretty hyped to surf slab, so they might come out too.
So crazy, I can't. Oh. Oh. I'm so stressed. Here it goes. Wow. Way to read the ocean. Just taken right out. Go, big go. Oh, he's on the ledge. Oh! Oh. What a smooth distance. Babe, you got so many sick ones. Wow, I'm really impressed.
It's not a low or high tide spot. It got so bumpy and jumbly.
Yeah.
How was that right when I got out? The sun disappeared, the wind came up, and I was like, well, that doesn't help. It just got so spooky.
So spooky.
And then I got really good on it. So stoked.
You got a couple sick ones. That first one was insane.
Yeah, I was so stoked.
You're sitting in the right spot.
Yeah, it was clean still, a little bit, and I could move fast through the water because there was not a ton of bump. So I felt good, and then got a lot more bumpy, and I couldn't like chase him, or like I just didn't feel as confident. And then my friends
I know. I was
left. I thought they were gonna come out. They didn't come out.
I thought the wave was gonna sell them. I thought they were ready. I thought they were. Fix your hair. There you go.
I thought my friends were gonna come out, and then they said, if you make a wave out there, we'll come out. And I said, okay, I'm going. And I was like, if I make the paddle out, you gotta come out, because the paddle is sketchy. And then they just walked away. And then I got so spooked out there. Is the sun really gonna come out again now? I needed it when I was out there.
It honestly died.
It didn't. It got way bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nothing.
I couldn't tell if I was like, those bombs are still crazy though. Yeah.
Not really. There's that sneaky in between.
That's what scares me though, because I'm like, I'm not sure about these, but I think they're good. Like, and then I started to get into that, like, maybe I'll just go on one and test it. But it's like, I'm glad I trusted. Oh, look at that.
You're sitting deeper. What were you trying to do? Oh my goodness.
Dude.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. I was trying to like backdoor it and get in before it went like super square crazy. You have to backdoor it out there. Every time I was on the peak paddling, I wasn't gonna catch it. And then my hilarious board. I mean, dude, this board is so sick. I felt like the tail like a little wide, but it went really well.
I forgot you weren't surfing your.
I'm not on my board or my leash or anything, just my fins. My dusty SDS fins. I mean, this morning and last night I was like super stressed out because no boards, Mahina didn't have her bag. Wow, was that a crazy one? And I just felt like the trip was like falling apart a little bit, and then hit up homie, got us a board, got us a leash, such a legend. I owe him a beer and dinner. And so got out there on board I'm not really comfortable with and made it happen. And so that's what traveling around is all about. So stoked. And then the wind came up and the tide came up and it got all jumbly, but this wave is just always there. It's always just pestering me in my brain. Every time before I go out, I'm like, I'm gonna get the set today. And then I get out there and I see it and I'm like, these things are impossible. So we will be back.
One man, one wave to rule them all.
One man, solo session, but teamwork made the dream work. See, this is great because it looks really clean, but there's like a lot of bump out there. And that bump was like fighting me when I was trying to paddle into him. Like I would in the beginning I was clean, I had all this confidence and like was moving through the water, and then like I started to like hit bump as I paddled for waves and I lost confidence. You just want to be top speed. Top speed, and the water wasn't too bad. But I don't mind the water. Here comes a crazy set. Wow, now the sun's out. Oh my god. Are you kidding?
Holy.
Oh, the left.
The left?
The left. Yeah, if I was out there, I would have gone on that.
You can't even get on those
Can't
ones.
even get on those.
You gotta, if you could tow and whip, that'd be insane.
Wow,
What a day. Get a coffee and a toasty.
Coffee or toast.